Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be all about the pistol buffs that came with PUBG patch 9.2. Now, we're not going to be going over all the changes. If you haven't watched my latest patch notes review video, please be sure to go and do that. I'll link it up top here or in the description down below. Again, today's video is specifically about the pistol buffs and the individual weapon changes. Now, by now, I'm sure we all understand you can shoot while driving vehicles with your sidearm. And they've also increased the stabilization whether you're shooting from the driver's seat or the passenger seat. But in today's video, guys, let's go a little bit more in depth and figure out if pistols are still just meme weapons or if these changes are actually significant and maybe you should be picking one up now. All right, guys, so first up, let's start off with the blanket changes being made to all the sidearms, and then we'll go over the specific ones for each weapon. So all sidearms are seeing a damage increase multiplier for headshots and limb shots. Now, this doesn't like game change anything, but the important point to remember here is when you're going up against high level gear targets, like specifically level 3, in most cases, it's quicker for you to kill that target by shooting them in the arm or the leg, specifically the thigh area. You'll actually kill them quicker than if you were to shoot them in the level 3 vest. So that's just a little need to know there. Now, in addition to the damage increase, all of the pistols are going to be seeing a significant accuracy increase when holding the aim key. So now it's even more important than ever to not use hipfire and instead use your aim key, whether it's programmed to caps lock or control is usually the default. And you can still attach a laser sight to your weapon to further increase the accuracy, but they're all going to be very, very accurate even without the laser sight. They did decrease the accuracy a bit when you're proned, but overall proning still will give you the most accurate shot. Now, another interesting change they've made is to the movement speed penalty that you get when ADSing or aiming with your weapon. Historically, you can move a little bit faster while using the aim key versus ADSing, but now they've done away with that difference and they've actually increased both of the movement speeds up to 2.0. So that means you'll be able to strafe faster left and right regardless whether you're aiming or ADSing. And why that's important is for those up-close battles when you don't have to ADS, you can use the aim key to get your shots off faster, but still move around your target and be harder to hit. Now, the other weapons like the ARs and the shotguns still do keep the same ratio of ADSing versus aiming, but when you use your SMG, it's actually slower to aim down sight versus using the aim key when strafing back and forth. That's one of the reasons why SMGs are very deadly up close, is because you're able to be a lot more maneuverable while still keeping a very good accuracy. Now, in addition to being able to move faster while aiming or ADSing, the penalty you receive for your accuracy is actually being decreased as well, making you more accurate while moving side to side. Now, the revolvers do get less of a penalty in this department, meaning they're more accurate while strafing side to side, just to give them a little bit of an edge over the fully automatic pistols when shooting up close. All right, so let's talk about some weapon-specific changes now. So let's start off with the revolver. Now, the revolver can only accept a suppressor, so no red dot, no laser sight, and no extended magazine. But they did make a few key changes to help balance that out. So number one, the rate of fire has increased by 100%. So it went from 150 to 300. And you can really get shots off very, very quickly with this gun now. In addition to that, they increased the damage from 62 to 64. So this thing is really formidable up close. Now, because it can't take a laser sight, they did give it an extra buff, reducing the aim deviation a bit more than the other guns. So the revolver specifically takes less weapon sway and less aim loss due to movement speed or ADSing. All right, moving on to the P92 9mm pistol. Now, this one saw all the same buffs and changes that the other single-fire pistols saw, but it also got its damage reduced from 35 to 34. Now, the reason they did that, and the reason why it's justifiable, is because they increased the rate of fire from 440 all the way up to 600 rounds per minute. So pretty much however fast you can click this thing, that's how fast you can shoot. It's pretty damn wild. I can see a lot of good players going to do work with this gun. All right, moving on to the classic Colt 1911. Now, this one again sees all the changes that the other single fire pistol saw, but this does get a damage increase from 41 rounds to 42 rounds. No changes to the rate of fire for this weapon. and I don't think it really needs it, to be honest. This thing already freaking beams bullets. Now for the fan favorite Desert Eagle, this one is seeing an increase in rate of fire from 240 up to 300 rounds per minute. So matching the rate of fire of the revolver, and they did increase the reload animation just to kind of match the new rate of fire. So reload speed is still the same, the damage is still the same, but much higher rate of fire. Moving on to probably the least favorite is the sawed-off shotgun. Now this weapon is getting some pretty good buffs here. So they decreased the base pattern scale from 1.4 to 1.2. What that simply means is it's a tighter weapon spread even without the choke. They further decreased the choke spread from 0.85 to 0.8. So this is going to be a much more accurate weapon up close, and they increased the damage multiplier from 0.5 to 0.55, but only up to 15 meters. All right, now moving on to the Skorpion, which is arguably probably my favorite sidearm. This thing is pretty nasty. So it can now accept an extended quick draw magazine. It can hold up to 40 rounds of ammunition. It gets all the same buffs that the other fully automatic pistols got, like the damage multipliers for limbs, heads, better movement speed, deviation, all that kind of good stuff. But the one thing that's still kind of out is whether or not the vertical grip or the laser sight is the better attachment here. And I think I'd like to argue that the laser sight is still probably better, because the vertical recoil isn't that difficult on the weapon to begin with. I'll show you here. So that's with the vertical grip, and here's the laser sight. I mean, sure, it's a little bit higher. It certainly is. But to be able to soft aim, because usually with pistols, you're soft aiming more than you're ADSing. So you can soft aim and have much better accuracy. To me, it just kind of makes more sense. So I think laser sight is the way to go, especially if you're going to be doing drive-bys with it. You can't ADS anyway, you know? And the Skorpion did not receive any specific weapon changes, no damage numbers, no rate of fire changes, but it did get the blanket changes that all other pistols got. So if this was your favorite pistol before, well, there's honestly no reason why it wouldn't be anymore. Now, last but not least is the R45 revolver. This one is seeing a significant damage increase all the way up to 65 damage per bullet, whereas say the Desert Eagle, which is like its closest brother, is only 62 damage per bullet. But here's the issue. The R45 only has 6 rounds because it's a revolver. It cannot accept an extended quick draw mag like the Desert Eagle can. And it shoots slower than the Desert Eagle because the Desert Eagle just got a buff on the rate of fire. So the only real advantage to the R45 is the simple fact that it's a revolver type pistol, which means it's going to be slightly more accurate when hip firing. But to be honest, I don't know if that's worth the trade-off. All right, guys, so let's wrap this video up. Are these pistols worth picking up now, or are they still just meme machines? I say both. I say both. So these pistols are definitely worth picking up now in terms of damage output and usability for close fire engagements, or obviously driving while shooting. It's the only thing you can do with it. But are they meme potential? Oh, 100%. I mean, these things are just genuinely fun to use. And that's, for me, it's one of the biggest parts about playing a video game is having fun while I'm doing it. And if I can drive by someone and, you know, spray a freaking Skorpion at 40 rounds and get a couple kills, like, hell yeah, I'm going to do that. The only thing I can say is that in the near future, we're going to see a nerf to the stability while shooting, while driving, both in the passenger seat and the driver's seat, and probably specifically the passenger seat, because now I'm still wanting to make a drive-by video. I've been telling you guys that the past like 4 videos. I want to make a video teaching you how to do a drive-by properly. Now it's going to be so easy for everyone to do it though, because it's so stable from the passenger seat with a fully automatic weapon. It's really dangerous, and in the hands of like really good players, it's not going to be pretty. If you're new to the game and you see a vehicle driving by, in the meantime, hide, literally hide, because those guys are going to take you out quick. So as always, guys, let me know what you thought about the video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Make sure to leave a comment below with what your favorite pistol is and why you think they should or shouldn't do changes like this that have like a fun feature, but also a good weapon balance change. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe for more videos. My next videos coming out are going to be the weapon tier list for PUBG, which is going to be updated with these new pistols. And then also I will do a drive-by how-to video, okay? So subscribe for more. Thank you guys for all the support. The channel's been blowing up lately, and I couldn't be more proud of where we're going. So thank you guys very much, and I'll see you all in the next one, all right? Peace.